So, the Sonic movie trailer came out, and if you don't know, it looks bad. Even though they are fixing the design for Sonic, they probably won't change everything else. Personally, I found Jim Carrey pretty funny, and I found at least 1 in 5 jokes funny throughout the entire trailer. But why this? Forget the fact that it's live action, which is a problem, but why choose the most generic plot you could choose? Animated character meets a human guy and helps him with his issues. Is a plot done way too many times? Heck, Sonic has already done it already. It's called Sonic X. And there's so many other movies of this kind. For example, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Hop, the Smurfs, and so on. So what could they have done? They could have just taken one of the plots from one of the games. It worked a bit for Sonic X Season 2, but there does come the problem of the story maybe not being that good, and tons of plot holes. So, what could we choose that has a good story for a movie format, and is generally a good story that could flex the writing muscles for the writers? I mean, there's endless possibilities. Oh wait, it was so obvious. Of course it's... Woo! Yeah, Sonic Unleashed would be perfect for a movie adaptation. It doesn't have a lot of characters, has enough going on to reach a 1 hour and 45 minute runtime, not overly edgy, and could have some interesting action scenes. If you don't know, Sonic Unleashed has a simple plot of put the Chaos Emeralds in 7 temples to put the Earth back together so you could go and defeat Dark Gaia before he awakens. See, simple enough, but there's enough charm and humor to carry the story along the way. And it doesn't matter how you feel about the Werehog in gameplay. In the story, it has at least one good emotional beat where Amy doesn't recognize him. There's also a lot of extra stuff that they could correlate with the plot. In Sonic Unleashed, you can talk to people in the hub world and even have game-spanning storylines. So, if needed, you could add a subplot about Sonic trying to help out a family during his downtime, but make sure it's the background, not the forefront. But this isn't even necessary, because they should just be developing Chip and Sonic's relationship. If there was to be a main theme, it should be about the relationship between Sonic and Chip, which in the actual game, I have felt to be really lackluster. But during the Night of the Werehog OVA, yes, it's an OVA, and the little video collectibles that you get in-game, you see it a little more. Now, if that could be incorporated into the story more, the reveal of Chip being like Gaia would probably go over better and would make the final goodbyes a little bit more emotional. But speaking of the final battle, think about how awesome the action would be. Mind you, this is under the impression that it would be animated, but think about the pure spectacle. The opening scene in this game shows how action could work in the movie, and the Night of the Werehog shows how the Werehog could work in an animated movie. Yes, it would be up to the director and the animators to find new and interesting ways to make the action scenes seem different. Also, they would have to take some liberties with the enemy designs that make them a little bit more interesting to look at. Not to throw shade at Unleashed enemies designs, it works, and the robots have funny animations, but it would be awesome to have more designs and references in a movie. And to some of you, this sounds like an action schlockfest, but think about it. If everything is fast and cool with an emotional through line, it would certify itself as a good movie. and one of the best video game to screen adaptations ever. Sonic Unleashed has a straightforward plot, interesting locations, and enough possible cool factor that it could be very excitingly animated. Sure, it may not be Oscar-worthy like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but it will at least be an enjoyable 7 to 8 out of 10 movie, which, when you think about it, sounds about right for a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Or just give money to the man who made Nazo Unleashed. I mean, look at what he's doing right now without a budget. You gave Taxman money so he can make Sonic Mania. Give it to the man who made Nazo Unleashed. Look at what he's doing. It's amazing. Imagine what he could do with the actual staff, and he's not doing it all by himself. Alright everyone, summer is officially here, and thank you all for all the new subscribers for subscribing thanks to my last video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. I'm gonna get back into some more anime content. I have some things that I have planned that are going to be posted throughout the summer. Hopefully I actually can get it done in a timely manner. If you didn't think I was sincere the first time, I want to thank you again for 100 subscribers. I'm on the road to 1,000 now, and I hope you stick with me along the way. And for newcomers, click over there to see my Season 2 playlist, which is pretty much everything I've uploaded in the past year. Or click over here for whatever Google recommends to you. See you next time.